What's up, everybody? Welcome to World's Finest. I am your host, Lee. What's going on, LT? My friend is here with me today
Hey,
to be able to
buddy.
co-host and talk about some fantastic topics that we haven't had a chance to talk about for quite some
Been a
time.
while, man. We've all been busy, man. It all caught up, and now we're here to talk about a bunch of stuff. So a
A bunch of stuff, a bunch of
bunch.
super stuff, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, dude, man, it has been a bit, man. I know you were gearing up to go to some Comic Cons here in a while. You got a couple cool ones coming up, man. But I know one just got canceled, unfortunately.
Yeah, the one in San Antonio, uh I already forgot what the Fan Fest in San Antonio, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, it was just due to the over caution about COVID, and it's spreading more. They had to cancel the big name uh actors that were going to be there: Hayden Christensen, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is Ewan McGregor, and Owen Wilson were headlining, and they all, they just decided to keep it safe and not be in that. So they canceled that. And I've got a couple of smaller cons coming up, and I want to go to here in the next few weeks. Hopefully, if if all goes well, they won't cancel, but
Nah,
stay
dude.
tuned.
Yeah, well, let's just all think positive, man, because we can't go through another shutdown. We got to stay vigilant and stay and do the right stuff, so we can get back out here and do these Comic Cons. You know what I
Well, yeah, I
mean?
mean, I've got one I want to go to in Dallas in September. I want to take my daughter because she's up there at college, and they've got some big names. I mean, it's got the reunion of the four hobbits. Elijah Wood and
Oh, wow.
oh, what's his name? Sean Astin and the other
Yeah,
two.
yeah. The other two,
And the other,
Dominic Monaghan, I believe his name
yeah,
was. Just because I know
yes,
that Lost. I mean, come on, he achieved some fame as Charlie from Lost, and the other dude did the voice of Chucky. Or
Chuck.
no, I'm sorry, not the voice of
No,
Chucky. He
no,
did the
well,
voice of Chucky's son, the
oh,
son
that's
of
right, yeah,
Chucky.
because the voice of
Yeah,
Chucky was the other guy,
was Brad Dourif.
yeah, which was the Worm Tongue or something.
Yeah, in Lord of the Rings, yes, yeah, but no, the other dude who I've just mentioned, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, Fourth
Yeah.
Hobbit. But he did the voice
Well,
of
yeah, them four
voice of
amongst a bunch of other stars.
man.
It's in September. I don't know, the way things are going. I'm afraid that it'll be postponed again. Only time will
Dude.
tell. I mean,
Well,
until then, I'm still wearing my mask. You know.
yeah, that's all we got to do, man. Is just all try to stay vigilant. Like I said, do the right thing, and hopefully this will open back up, and we'll all be able to go attend these cons and get to meet these awesome people that are going to be there.
Yep.
You know, but dude, we'll keep our fingers crossed, my friend, that these actually go down. But man, as we talked about here in the beginning, dude, we've a lot of stuff has happened. I don't know where to start, but why don't we just kick off with Loki, man? What were your initial thoughts on Loki? Did you like it? I know we've talked about Falcon and the Winter Soldier previously. I thought that show was incredible.
No,
I loved that,
I
and I loved
agree.
WandaVision. I'm curious to know your thoughts on Loki. And
No,
then,
I mean, for the short status or um episode arc we got was 6 episodes, right?
yep,
They quickly got right to the point, and it was, I thought it was amazing. I mean, I didn't even expect, you know that last stamp, Loki will return in season 2. I mean,
right.
we're not getting one for WandaVision. We're not going to get one for uh Captain America and the Winter Soldier. If we do, that will be a movie, but that won't be a series. So, other than that, I love the whole premise of variant Lokis.
Yeah,
Alligators Loki stole the show. No, for the most part, I loved it. I mean, it sets up the MCU for the next phase 4 for the next,
it, it
good 10
does.
years probably.
Yeah, yeah. Well, man, yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, and you are definitely with the majority of the crowd of people out there who love Loki. I stand in by myself with a very few amount of people in the minority who 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 unfortunately now let me preface before I get into this. Let me say that yes, did this show have the most impact of any of these Marvel shows so far to the Marvel universe? Yes, I mean 100% yes. Arguably, WandaVision's there a little bit. There's some stuff that happened there, of course, but and Falcon and Winter Soldier was a little bit more self-contained story. But no, this sets up to your point the whole Phase 4 of right Phase 4, yeah, Phase 4 of
Before.
the whole universe. And dude, I can continue to rave about He Who Remains. Even though that's the guy, Jonathan Majors, he's Kang, and he's playing Kang in the next Ant-Man movie with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I think it is what it's
Ultimatum.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was fantastic. He did a great job as the pre Kang, or the guy who's going to come, which he referenced Kang. He was like, "You're not going to like the next guy,"
You're not gonna, yeah.
you know what I mean? But I thought he did a great job. The show as a whole, for me, if I had to rate the Marvel's been killing it, crushing it from day one with Iron Man. It's my least favorite show of all of any Marvel show that's ever come out. And I might even, yeah, I found it very slow. I found it very, and I love Owen Wilson too. And some of the dialogue with him and Tom Hiddleston were good. I liked the back and forth in the first episode, and I expected it. I knew we needed that because it was just, it was a new character we were being introduced to. So I knew we needed that to get to know this guy and to get him to a good point where he could be an anti-hero at that point as opposed to a straight villain.
Right.
But after, and then I expected the second episode to just run with it, you know what I mean? And it just started off, I need a hero, which was incredible. They had that action scene, and then it said, came to a screeching halt again. I found myself forcing myself to watch this the series. Now, was it terrible? No, but it's my least favorite of all of them. Yeah, dude, it was. I don't know.
No,
That's just my
but
thoughts.
I
Yeah,
respect your opinion, but I mean, like I said, it sets up the rest of Phase 4. We needed something to happen for the multiverse to happen.
yeah.
As far as that leading into uh Doctor Strange 2, the and Spider-Man 3, or what's it called? Yeah,
That's
Spider-Man.
fine.
Yeah, which are all going to deal with the multiverse.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had the end of Wanda Vision, her hearing her kids, her boys, that was part of the multiverse,
Yep.
which is tied into what Kang, well, not Kang, but He Who
He Who
Remains,
Remains. Yeah.
yeah, who ties into like when he felt a disturbance in the force per se.
Yeah.
That, have you seen that video? It's like on YouTube where someone put they put this last episode and the last episode of WandaVision together, and they tied it in and they played it together, and they exactly when Wanda gets her powers, and Agatha's like, "What have you done?" If you're looking at simultaneously with the last episode, you see He Who Remains like stop what he's doing, and he's like looking around like he felt it, and then he once he picks up the pencil to drop it, at the same time on the other screen you'll see Agatha falling. It's
Oh
like
wow.
it's on YouTube. Just look up WandaVision Loki episode tie-in or something like that. So
Yeah.
many people have already put it together, and it syncs up perfect when she gets
Wow.
the powers and she says, "What have you done? You don't realize what you've done." And then that's when he realizes, oh, things are about to change or something.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, that's
I mean,
incredible.
for someone to have that much time and put an effort to put those together, and
Yeah.
now not in saying that's what it was purposely, what Marvel
Oh,
purposely
okay.
did, but
Okay.
it got you
That's
think
so
when,
cool.
yeah, once you
Yeah.
see it, you're gonna go, hey, that's not a coincidence. That's what happened.
Yeah. No. Okay. So okay, I thought that was kind of what video that Marvel had put out to kind of show that all this stuff, and I bet you that is actually maybe, that is cool that it was done like that. But did you also see it? And it came out a few weeks ago. They've changed the end of WandaVision a little bit. They had it, they actually show them, and it just changed within the first episode or second episode of Loki. There's a little Doctor Strange figure floating down to Wanda's house at the very end of the trailer. I'm sorry, at the very end, the at the end of this episode when they went and flashed down to her cabin, not trailer, her cabin, and she's in there, like you said, she heard the kids and stuff like that. She's on the front porch. When the camera's tracking towards the cabin, it's totally different. There's a little figure like that looks just like Doctor Strange there in the distance, kind of coming down
What?
towards the
Yeah.
cabin. Yeah, I'll have to shoot it. I'll shoot it
I'll
over
have
to
to,
that.
yeah, I'll have to look that up too.
It's pretty awesome. I'll definitely get it over to you.
I mean,
It
he was
was
originally supposed to come out in that.
right.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, and it's changed. It's on Disney Plus. That's the end of it, and it's changed from what it previously was. They have them running side by side. The video I'll show you.
Damn it.
And
Now I got to check it out.
yeah, I'll definitely get it to you. So, all right, man. We have to agree to disagree. Again, do
Oh,
I know that Loki definitely, like I said, had a great impact on the Marvel universe, and it's a very vital piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? Without that, we couldn't get to where we're going to be.
will you be watching season 2 when it comes out?
I will. I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna sit out anything with Marvel. You know what I mean? Because everything ties into each other, and it's just a great, well done, intricately done story. I'm just saying, to me, I didn't hate it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't. It was more like I'm not a Doctor Who guy, but maybe it was more of a Doctor Who type of thing or experience. You know what I just didn't understand Loki's powers from time to time. He seemed like he's getting his butt beat by like
Well,
so many different people, regular soldiers and stuff like that. And you know,
yeah,
I
to
didn't.
tell you the truth, I had a long conversation with my daughter about it, and she said this whole time travel dumb is dumb. Multiverse. She just, yeah, I'm like, that's where she loves Marvel. She loves Loki as a character, but she didn't like the show. You know,
Yeah, yeah. It
she
just wasn't.
loved WandaVision, and she didn't
Well,
even like Wanda as a character in the Marvel and the Avengers movies.
right,
But
right.
now she's all gung ho Wanda.
There you go. Well, dude, it was great. The Wanda Vision was great. And like I said, Loki was not. And again, I mean, myself, your daughter, other people I know are in the minority. The majority of people seem to have loved the show. You know what I mean? And it got great reviews as well. And it's getting to season 2, and so I'll definitely see season 2. And he's going to be in Doctor Strange 2 also.
Yep.
You know, so dude. So all right, Robert.
As is Wanda, yeah. So
Oh, definitely Wanda's there for sure. Yep. So, we've talked about Loki. The other piece of Marvel thing that's dropped since we last spoke was Black Widow. Um, just what were your thoughts on that? Did you dig it? Were you like, yeah, what?
I liked it
Oh,
for what the story was. I just wish it would have come out right after Civil War. It would have just flowed in with all the people out there watching movies in order. It would have right after Civil War, we see her take off because and then where she comes back, you got blonde hair in her and takes off.
yeah.
Um for an action movie, it was really good. I loved the Red Guardian, and her sister. Um,
Elena.
yeah, I loved actually the whole family was badass. But
Yeah.
what pissed me off was how they ruined Taskmaster, and I don't know. I liked it, but it's not what you know. What I'm my least favorite Marvel movie is Captain Marvel.
Oh,
That's right up there with as in my least
really?
favorite movie. Least favorite
Oh,
Marvel movie.
some might say you just don't like movies that have women in it. No, I'm just joking.
There was nothing really. I mean, like Captain Marvel was pure female empowerment. This wasn't, and that it was different in that aspect. Even though you knew she was going to kick some ass, no matter what.
Right.
I mean, that whole last ending when what's his face was just clocking her after another. We were like, what the hell? Why is she not fighting back? Even though we knew she couldn't fight back because of that
Right.
sensory thing, but she just wanted him to break her nose, because we
Yep.
didn't know that. But then we're like, oh, that's why she's taking it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Exactly.
overall, she's technically my least favorite Avenger, and that's not saying because she's a woman or
Right.
anything. I mean, she's beautiful. I like her. I mean, I still remember how hot she looked when she came out on Iron Man 2.
Yeah, yeah, for
They
sure.
were like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "I want one of those."
Oh,
No, it was good. It was enjoyable. It just felt like like I said, it should have been brought to us earlier, not as a afterthought. Yeah, we all know she's dead. We know she's not coming back, and especially
Right,
now with this whole, suing Disney part, she ain't ever coming back.
right.
So,
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
so
That's a whole different. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a crazy
exactly.
story.
I
No,
mean,
Kevin Feige, I read he was pretty embarrassed about that whole situation that's going on with her. I mean, you know what I mean? It is kind of crazy they're doing this. And I read not to cut you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just kind of
no, no, no.
pivoting off what
See,
you said.
none of that would have happened if they had gone in succession or right after. They just, I guess the people wanted a Black Widow movie,
Yeah,
especially after she, passes or gets killed in Endgame.
she
But
dies in Endgame. No, spoiler, man.
spoiler, shit, this whole thing spoiler. It should have been
I
spoiler.
know, right? Exactly.
Anyway, the I it was good, but no, especially, I mean, I saw it at home, especially I saw it at Disney on home because you know
You're part of
I
the reason why she's suing Disney right now, man. No.
right, see, my
Yeah,
fault,
I am too.
my
I am
fault.
too. I did it there too. I was like,
Yeah,
hey,
well, honestly, I still have not gone to the movies at all.
right.
I just, although I've got friends still going, they invited me to go see Suicide Squad this week, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to a con. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Suicide Squad at home. So, you know, it is what
No,
it is. It'll always. I don't even know if that'll movie will in future be on Disney Plus because
no, it'll be there. It'll be there. Then they have people being like, "I'll just pay $30. You're taking this movie away." You know what I mean? So that's the whole difference. That's opening up a new can of worms for those guys.
yeah,
Um, no, dude. Well, my opinion is, I actually really enjoyed the movie. I kind of, it definitely should have come out. I mean, it flowed right into Civil War, or after into, I mean, right from Civil War to your point. It would have been great if it had been told in that way. I did think it was a great movie, though. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was right up there. Marvel just has a way of making me love films. You know what I mean? I just enjoy it. I get that thrill ride that I had, that they don't make movies much like that anymore, or at least action adventures. I guess Marvel's taken its place. And I've always just loved a good action adventure, and I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to seeing the Red Guardian again. I know that won't be David Harbour's next or last Marvel
no,
appearance. You know what I mean? We're going to see him. We're going to see Elena. Well, obviously Elena. She's going to pop up in Hawkeye. Which is going to be,
because yeah, from
yes, because
the extra scene or the last end credit scene.
yeah, Countess. What is her name? Oh my gosh. But anyway, Joey Louis Dreyfus's character.
Yes,
You know, she basically sent sent her in the direction to take on Hawkeye, which is going to be really interesting, I think. And I'm curious to know what family members of Black Widows were gone. Were they all gone during the blip? You know what I mean? Uh, we don't know. So I'm
we don't
just
know.
curious to hear more about that backstory. You know what I mean?
Right.
Was she there with her the whole time, or was she gone? And it would have been, to your point, it would have been meant a little bit more too for her character in Endgame if she was doing this to maybe get her family back.
Right.
You
True.
know what I mean? When she was doing this to fight Hawkeye, to get. I mean, she was doing it to save the world, but it would have added a little something more to her story. She was like, I'm trying to my sister,
Right.
mom and dad, basically.
And now we
You
got her
know,
sister, hopefully taking the mantle of Black
well, I
Widow.
think, yeah, that's where we're going
So
with that for sure.
either in an Avenger form or a Thunderbolt form, we don't know yet. We don't know what they're cooking up behind the scenes as far as
Yeah,
we saw Dreyfus's character and the end of Falcon the Winter
Falcon.
Soldier. Yeah,
Yep.
recruiting.
Which she was supposed to have been in this movie first.
Yeah, true.
We would have known exactly because this was supposed to come out. We would have known exactly,
Yeah.
who she was.
Recruiting US agent. Now we got her, it's she's recruiting all the baddies to
Yeah.
make her own Suicide Squad
Yeah.
Marvel type Marvel type Suicide Squad. So
No, dude, it's what were they called? So what was her name? Valentina Delegra Fontaine, I believe was her name. Yes. Um, from that.
yeah,
That was
so
but
I
I'm
mean,
trying to remember the she put together a team with the Dark Avengers. Did you just say that? Or
It was a Thunderbolts. Dark
Thunderbolts?
Avengers,
Thank you.
yeah. Dark
Yeah.
Avengers is basically the bad guys acting like the good guys. You know, they got
Right.
Iron Patriot, which is Norman Osborn, and they
Yeah.
got uh Bullseye is Hawkeye. You know, the Hawkeye persona. They got, you know, all the bad guys being good guys. Dark Avengers.
Gotcha.
This is the
Okay.
Thunderbolts. Yeah, this has got like Thunderbolt Ross, which we know came out in at the beginning, and you know
Yeah.
he's the Red Hulk. We've got Abomination, which teaser he was in the Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi.
trailer, so
Yes,
we might be
indeed.
seeing him soon. We
Yeah,
got
dude.
U.S. Agent is on the Thunderbolts, so you know
Yeah.
everything points that way. But then again, you know,
Who
Marvel
knows?
likes to toy with us,
Exactly.
storyline wise, creative license, and all.
You know, though, the Abomination you mentioned, he's definitely in Shang-Chi. We saw him in the trailer there at the end fighting uh, Doctor Strange's right hand dude,
Oh yeah,
and then in that cage match. But the Abomination's also been announced to be in the She-Hulk
true, true.
television show. So we're going to see more. And, you know, going back to, oh my gosh, we just talked about it. Oh, you mentioned it. The, what's his name? Oh my God.
Thunderbolt Ross or
No,
General
no,
Ross?
no, 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 no. We Taskmaster,
Oh,
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
So I was going to say, you know, Marvel has a way of introducing these bland villains, and everybody's so upset with them, but then they come back years later and kind of show us a little bit more about them, kind of like Shang-Chi or Mandarin.
Mandarin,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? The Mandarin in Iron Man 3, everybody was really disappointed the way that was handled. So now we're getting him, the real Mandarin, in Shang-Chi.
The
You know what
real
I
Ten
mean?
Rings, yeah.
Yeah, and all of that, you know what I mean? And then kind of the Abomination, I guess, is now making its way back to be told, you know, I don't know. So maybe I think I would like to think that the Taskmaster will make another appearance, the real Taskmaster. You know
I'm
what I
sure,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's would be I would like to see that. But yeah, as a whole, I thought, you know, just kind of put that to bed. Black Widow, I thought it was a really good movie, and I really enjoyed it. And so we've
Yeah,
so far we've agreed and disagreed on each one, Loki and that and Black Widow.
we're one for
So there we
one.
go. Exactly, man. Exactly. So, dude. So no, moving on. There's a couple other things, man. Going back to the small screen now. What did you think? Maybe you haven't watched it yet. I'm guessing you have. Did you check out He-Man?
Which one?
He-Man.
Oh, He-Man. Oh my God, of course.
Yes.
Do I have to bring out all my figures I just bought? Okay.
Nice.
I am a diehard He-Man fan, and I'm showing my age. I was 10 years old, 11 years old when 84 when it came out. I collected the hell of that out of that series. It's not like I am now an inbox collector. I opened my toys back when I was a kid.
Right.
And then again in 2002 when they brought it back with a new look, I collected all those figures, and then they started up with these Origins figures. I started collecting those, and then finally we got wind that we're getting a continuation of the 80s series from Kevin Smith, which he's a big man child as to, he's one of the leader of geekdom,
Yeah.
so I loved it. I've already heard and a lot of people just bitch and moan about it, but I love it. I love it. All the characters that have come out. Yeah, I see why these people are crying, complaining about it, but eh, it's just uh it's just a storyline brought together it's just an updated storyline. That's all it is. It's just, I don't know why people got really mad about the whole Tila, empowerment, how this is not a He-Man
Yeah.
show. It's a Tila show. I mean, it's not called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, it's just called Masters of the Universe. The
Right.
original was called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The new cartoon that's coming up after this Netflix is called He-Man and the Masters. This is just called Masters.
Right.
And for everyone to be bitching and moaning that we didn't rarely see He-Man only in flashbacks. It's only the first 5 episodes, people. Come on now. We still need 5 more.
Yep.
You know, we
And
see, oh, wait, we didn't put spoilers. Sorry. We see we see him kill basically Skeletor at the beginning, and then at the end we see Skeletor just stabbing, Prince Adam.
yeah,
That right there shows you how adult it's gone from the fans, and from a fan view,
yeah,
84 to now, you know, story wise, the whole animation aspect was awesome. I loved all the characters coming back. I was like, oh look, Trapjaw, oh look, Spikor, oh Beastman. I was just pointing out everyone because I was just
yeah,
hyped up.
yeah. No,
You
I
know,
thought it was, I
no,
also go ahead.
no, I was like, what was your take? Because I mean, were you a fan back when you were a kid?
I did definitely, yeah, and I really enjoyed this. I did, I love that it was a continuation from the old cartoon. The first episode up until the very end could have. Oh, there you go, there you go, dude. Yeah, and to your point, it is the first 5 episodes. I mean, hopefully we get multiple seasons, and I don't think He-Man's going to go missing for multiple seasons. I just think this is the first entry point, and Evil Lynn. There you go. That's what's up, man. That is so cool.
No,
They are
yeah,
cool.
I don't know. From what I've read, there won't be a multiple season. I think they're ending it here after
What?
this. That's what I heard. There's not going to be another arc, another story, a season 2.
Oh, see, I wasn't sure about that. Well, if that's the
That's
case,
what I've
okay.
read, but I mean, I believe there's a
It
lot
did
of people
mention,
that love
yeah,
this show as well
yeah.
as
I
hate it.
hopefully it does. Hopefully it's doing well. I did see that you just mentioned that they have another He-Man coming out, but that is going to be directed more towards kids. While this
That
one is
one, yeah,
more
it's
of
more
the yeah,
CG,
yeah,
and
I
I already
believe
seen.
stuff.
Just based on the figures alone, I'm not. I'm not looking for it. Of course, I'll watch it, but
Right.
and
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna keep on side plugging my figures.
Dude, all right, Moss Man. That's so. I
Moth.
like how they did Moss Man. This also portrayed him as more of like a swamp thing type of creature. I don't know if he was portrayed that way. Like in, I think he was more just a camouflage dude.
Yeah,
Back in the
blend in with the.
cartoon, right?
Yeah, it was like
you know,
the swamp thing. Yeah,
yeah. No, I mean, now he's like this new one, the newer one. He's more like Swamp Thing and has the powers like an elemental and all of this stuff, which I
yeah.
think is a great way. Maybe they made that transition in the newer He-Man that came out in the early 2000s. I didn't watch that, but I
2002.
liked the way 2002. Yeah, but I liked the way they did this. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I loved her as Buffy, so I'm loving her as Tila in this. There's the man himself. There's the man himself. That's what's up, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. Nice. No, dude. It's so that yeah, I thought it was just I loved it. I thought it was good. I do like there was a couple people that I need to see still, which I'm sure we'll see in the back five. I'm waiting for can you guess what 3 major He-Man buddies we're missing?
Well, I'm wanting Stratos to be there.
Okay, number one,
I
that's what I
want
was thinking of.
a Ram Man to be there.
And all right, you got 2 of the 3 I was thinking of.
Uh,
Right, good job.
well, I mean, there's a whole
I
gang
know.
of
Yeah,
Mechanic,
but you did. I wasn't thinking of him, but Manny Faces.
Manny Faces. I get
Yeah,
it.
that's who.
Yeah.
But no, Stratos and Rayman were the top 2 that I was thinking of. So good job. You just knocked those out of the park,
Yeah.
my friend.
Stratos was my favorite as a kid. It still is.
Yeah, because he was like it was him and Man at Arms who were originally portrayed as his like right
Oh,
hand man.
speaking of Stratos, I just got him the Origin Stratos.
Oh, cool, man. Yep,
These
I
are
remember that.
Origin figures. That these are nothing like from the cartoon. So,
Right.
but
No, dude. So
and on top of that, they got a lot of really good mainstream actors to voice the characters. I mean,
yeah, well, like I mentioned, Sarah Michelle Gellar, I love her, dude. I loved her as Buffy, and so Buffy was one of my favorite shows. So she's doing a great job as Tila. Chris
Mark
Wood,
Hamill.
who yeah, Mark Hamill, of course, the Skeletor is fantastic. I hear a little bit of the Joker a lot in him.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie, there's a lot of Joker in his Skeletor, but that's great. I don't mind it at all. It's awesome. Chris Wood, who did an arc in Supergirl,
Oh yeah, yeah.
as Mon-El, he's the voice
Mono.
of He-Man. Yeah.
We got
So
what's his face? Kevin
from Game of
Conroy was
Thrones,
Merman. Kevin Conroy was
yeah, Kevin Conroy was Merman. Yep. So true.
What do you call it? What's
Yeah.
her name
And Man at
from
Arms was one of the characters from
Game of
whatchamacallit from
Thrones? It was
yeah.
Seaworth
Him,
Davos,
okay.
the character. I don't know his real name. Davos Seaworthy or Seaworth in the show. Just like we had Evelyn was what's her face from Game of Thrones.
Liam Cunningham.
Is it? Okay.
Liam Cunningham is the voice of Man at Arms. Yeah,
Uh,
which I like the way they portray Man at Arms. He never got his due. He almost made him befuddled a lot, or he didn't do a lot in He-Man. You know what I mean? I like he's more of a badass in this character.
well, he was
Yeah,
playing. He was still playing the father figure to Tila, even
yeah,
though.
but he was more of a badass though as a
Oh
fighter.
yeah.
They never really showed him as a good. I didn't think. I remember thinking that as a kid that he was never shown as a good fighter.
Well,
Ever.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
they never.
You know what I mean? Even Tila was fighting better than he was. But no, well, listen, we're on the same page with He-Man, man. We both loved it.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward for that back 5 episodes. I mean, we got a lot. There's a lot of explaining to do. I mean, I don't know if you know a lot of the story behind Tila and who she really is. So I'm hoping that comes forth, and hopefully we'll get He-Man back. We
Yeah, we
and now
will.
we have Skelegod taking over. He's actually got the power. We never saw him have the power before.
Yeah,
So no,
it'll be interesting.
I'm excited. And as far as from an action figure standpoint, I've gotten them all so far, and I've already pre-ordered the next wave.
There you go.
And I've got Battle Cat. Battle Cat's huge. It's a huge figure.
Nice.
So anyway,
Lots of good stuff happening, man. Well, cool, man. Well, listen, my friend, I think we've said a lot. We've said a lot during this episode.
Yeah.
Next week we've got Suicide Squad coming out. I know we're both looking forward to that. You mentioned that. We'll check that out here this weekend. And next week's episode, we'll break that down and talk about some other hot topics that are going on as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, there's hopefully the San Diego Comic-Con would have been going on this weekend. And we already got a lot of reveals from as far as action figures and stuff. I don't know if they're going to be bringing out more, movie wise stuff. We're still due for a trailer for Spider-Man that still hasn't come out.
Yep.
So we could be getting a lot of stuff.
Now, hopefully you guys do, but I'm glad you mentioned Spider-Man. We just had the Venom trailer drop, the newest Venom trailer drop yesterday.
Carnage.
So we can't leave without talking about that. Carnage. We got a lot of good footage of Carnage. Woody Harrelson as Cash. Oh my gosh. Is it Sean Cassidy? Not Sean Cassidy. Cassidy, somebody.
Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah, Cassidy. He looks great in it. I mean, it just looks. This is a much better. I enjoyed the first trailer that dropped a few months ago, but this trailer got me really.
Yeah. We get to see more of and we actually get to see Venom kind of scared.
Yeah. Oh, that was so much. That was a funny scene.
He's like,
"Oh, no. You gotta come out again. You gotta come out." He was like, "Oh, that's a red one."
It's nothing. The red one.
He was like, "I'll let you eat anybody you want." Anyone? Oh, okay. And then it goes out. So hopefully that banner doesn't get too old between them two.
Yeah, and especially now that the first one, of course, is the origin story. Now we don't need to deal with anything. We just pure on, Venom. I hope we get to see from what the trailer showed, that's not the origin of Venom of Carnage. He didn't bite.
Right.
So I hope that's not how he gets it. So
something tells me that's not how he gets it. I feel like he somehow gets it when he's in the like he gets somebody's injecting him with that somehow when he's
hopefully because
you know what I mean. Something that is in there is affecting him. That's what I think. Somebody's doing that to him. We also get a character of Shriek, who's going to be in
and she's in the the comics, she's a yellow version of symbiote with that power. So I don't know if we'll see her. I mean, there's a lot of symbiotes out there, in his world, and then hopefully this will tie into Spider-Man, here soon, because we're overdue a whole new Spider-Verse.
Yeah, we are.
Especially when we got Morbius, right?
Yeah,
coming up, and that's also tied into Spider-Man. So
yeah. Well, guys, we're gonna have a lot of hot stuff to talk about here over the next few weeks. Like I
Definitely.
said, tune in next week. We'll be breaking down the Suicide Squad and anything else. Let us know what you think of this episode, guys. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, like the page, tell us your thoughts. What do you want to see us talk about? We want to hear what you think. LT, my friend, it has been a pleasure as always. I've enjoyed breaking everything down with you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. Next time we will get even nerdier with all this news.
Indeed, indeed, guys. All right, everyone, take care.
All right,
Peace.
later.